Kaieteur Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Burbies 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
Good day, welcome to your news at noon on Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. These are the top stories we're tracking. 7 hijacked cars found chopped up as police bust eastbound Demerara carjacking ring. 3 in custody, 1 confesses. Government must make agreement with Exxon on gas to energy project public. Vice President must explain how electricity costs will cut in half without knowing final project costs, says Jordan. Insurance companies putting together consortium for in-country oil spill coverage. $73 million estimated for renovation works at Port Morant and Mibikuri hospitals. Motorbike bandits robbed supermarket at Industry, and oil company operating in Guyana slapped with $4.5 billion lawsuit in Peru over 12,000 barrels of spilled crude. Stay tuned to stay informed.
Did you sound? Heard you got a couple $1 million for me. Summer's gonna be crazy. It's easy like 1, 2, 3. Can't believe all this money for me, money for me. I got to get the CASH. That's the code for the vault, so let's play. Top up with 1,000 and the next day you could be a millionaire. But did you sound?
More than 15 million to grab this summer. Top up with $1,000 or more to collect the letters to spell CASH.
For a chance to catch millions in the Digicel's cash vault.
Top up today.
Did you sound?
And now for the news in detail. Eastbank police have managed to make a major dent in an Eastbank Demerara carjacking ring after 7 stolen cars were found completely dismantled in bushes along the Soos-Dyke-Linden Highway on Wednesday. Investigators were able to arrest 3 suspects, and after intense interrogation, one of them confessed to police. That suspect even implicated an ex-police officer as being the mastermind in a series of hijackings that took place recently, and disclosed more locations where the gang had hidden some of the stolen cars. The major breakthrough came after a green ice taxi driver was robbed of his new model Toyota Allion on Tuesday at Dookie Road, Soos-Dyke. Ranks were able to locate a 26-year-old suspect at his home in Kurukuru, and after conducting a search, they found an illegal 9mm pistol, along with some car lights and bumpers on his premises. After grilling him, he led them to 2 locations, St. Cuthbert's Mission and Long Creek, where police recovered 7 stolen cars. Following months of negotiations, Vice President Bharat Jagdeo has disclosed on several occasions that ESSO will be constructing a pipeline to transport 50 million cubic feet of gas per day in its first phase to shore from the Liza Phase 1 and Liza Phase 2 projects. The cost to build the pipeline would be handled by ESSO. However, the country would repay the limited liability company through oil over a period of 20 years. In light of such stated positions, former Finance Minister Winston Jordan said any finalized agreement between the PPPC government and ESSO on the foregoing ought to be made public. Jordan said he finds it baffling that even with project costs yet to be finalized, the Vice President is certain that the Gas to Energy initiative will slash electricity costs in half. And after much back and forth about the topical issue of oil spill insurance, the Bank of Guyana has commenced work with local insurance companies to create a consortium to accommodate in-house insurance for the massive oil and gas development project taking place in the offshore Stabroek Block, involving ExxonMobil and Partners, Hess Corporation, and CNOOC. This information was confirmed by Bank Governor Dr. Gobind Ganga, who said that a meeting had been set between the 2 sides to discuss their approach to local content in this particular sector. He added that the companies had a proposal on how their services could be utilized in the oil and gas sector. And now let's tell you, with some $1 billion allocated this year to upgrade health facilities across all regions, the Ministry of Health is preparing to use part of the proceeds to renovate the patient ward at the Mibikuri Hospital and construct a new patient building at the Port Morant Hospital. The ministry's projects, which opened yesterday at the NPTAB office, are estimated to cost $28 million and $44 million respectively. And moving on, police are currently hunting 4 motorbike bandits who were caught on a dashboard camera of a vehicle invading and robbing a Chinese supermarket at Industry on the east coast of Demerara. Not only did they rob the supermarket, but the lookout man reportedly pulled a gun on a potential customer who drove up in a car in front of the supermarket. The bandit attempted to rob the customer also, but he reportedly took evasive action and sped off and crashed into a nearby fence. According to police, the armed robbery took place around 20 hours at the Wan Lee supermarket. The time is now 12 hours 11 in Guyana. We'll return after the break.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues. Immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Let's vibe, sing, dance, and share positive energy virtually. Hello, lovely people. Join me, Shivani Lachman, and let's chill out every Friday from 3 to 4 p.m. A show that will be fun, simple, and interactive with giveaways and chit-chat right here on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM. See you soon.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. A Peruvian judge on Tuesday admitted a $4.5 billion oil spill lawsuit against Spanish oil giant Repsol over an underwater oil pipeline owned by the company that leaked approximately 12,000 barrels of crude into the Pacific Ocean, which is shared with Peru's western border. It was on January 15th last when thousands of barrels of crude were spilled from one of Repsol's La Pampilla refineries off the coast of Ventanilla in the region of Lima, Peru. It happened when an Italian-flagged tanker, Mare Doricum, was unloading at one of Repsol's refineries. And some 250 families between Nutenzu and Unity are one step closer to owning their homes after being allocated lands at Hope on the east coast of Demerara. The allocation also forms part of the government's promise to allocate at least 50,000 house lots in this term in office, according to DPI. Residents were in high spirits when they met with Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell and a team at the Hope Secondary School. And following the conclusion of the Because We Care cash grants distribution exercise that was held earlier this month, approximately $270 million in grants have not been uplifted. The government had allocated around $6 billion to the program. Minister of Education Preya Manikchand, on the sidelines of an event on Wednesday, said that following the first cycle of the distribution exercise, just under 11,000 parents did not uplift their grants. Following this, another distribution exercise was held for those parents who were unable to uplift the first time, and during that second exercise, the minister said that in most of the regions, they noticed a low turnout. With the time now moving on to 12 hours 14, we wrap things up with the page 7 of today's Kaieteur News. Ways in which monkeypox can be transmitted. Close physical contact with someone who has symptoms, such as face-to-face contact and touching, including hugging, massaging, and kissing. Skin-to-skin contact during sexual intercourse, including oral sex and penetration. Touching of genitals or anus of a person with monkeypox. Contact with the pimples or blisters and later scabs that appear with the disease. As we navigate this other health challenge, let us remember to take all the necessary precautions as we protect ourselves and families. And that brings us to the end of today's News at Noon. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.